Alright. What is going on? Hopefully this is working. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me and see me clearly, let me know in the comments below. Just type yes, you can hear me. Yes, you can see me. Let's see what's actually going. Check out this. Ah, that's cool. So, Wednesday, let's go. Yeah, it is. Wednesday. Is that meant to mean something? Yep, you can hear me. Is my audio clear and is my vision clear? They are the two main things that we need to focus on right now. Make sure before we get into a bit of a live stream and start doing some testing and stuff. Man, there is so much of Odie's hair in my studio. I need to get it all out of here. It's insane. It's currently molting and it's not fun. So good times. So basically, all clear. Sweet. So basically what I want to do tonight is just a test, really. One of my goals this year is to do live streams more often on Instagram and YouTube. So here I am. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. Let me bring this down a smidgen. I don't like the headroom. I'm currently using StreamYard. Does it say powered by StreamYard up here on your end? Or is that just me? How do I actually see? Can I watch it? I want to see what it looks like. View link. Yeah, does it say powered by StreamYard up here? Yes, it does. Alright. Winner, chicken dinner. If I come in here, can you see this? Can I chat to you guys as well? Ah, sick. Alright, cool. So basically, yeah, tonight is just a test to figure out the StreamYard software, figure out what I can do, start the process of doing live streams, because I haven't really done live streams. I've been doing live streams with other people, but I haven't done my own live streams before. I want to start doing it consistently, so I'm thinking every Wednesday from 7:30 to 8, and then I'll release my video at 8 o'clock, so it's kind of a good lead up to the release of the videos that I'm making. So that's kind of the current plan. Whether that's going to stick to it or not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yes, is StreamYard free? Yes, the version that I'm using currently is free. You can get a paid version. I'm guessing it gets rid of the logo, and then it will also give you more features, so you can record and you can add in a whole bunch of other stuff and whatnot. But one of the cool things you can do with StreamYard is I can do this and play. Tell me if you guys can hear this. Alright guys, so this is the Golden Eagle LED 5000, and it's a 500 watt
this is
COB
video.
all-in-one
This is a
light,
sneak peek
and it has a freaking ton of power. 500 watts,
live at
a lot of
8 PM.
power, but
it's just
how
like a little
well
30-second snippet.
does it actually perform?
So it's cool, but because I can kind of you can see.
How's it going, guys? My
see the
name
video
is
and I can
Andrew
comment on
Murphy
what's going
from
on.
Down
Can you
Under
hear the
Eagle
video in the
Process.
background as well?
So firstly, this Golden Eagle
That's the
LED
main question,
5000
I
that I have with me is actually
Should
a
get here, I think.
pre-production model. So there are
I'm
a
intrigued
few
to
things.
see the delay as well. Okay, it doesn't loop. We have figured something out, but it's cool different lights. So you have obviously full screen. You have picture-in-picture, so I'm in the corner. You can do multiple people with the video as well. So we can hear it. Perfect. Very good. You can have multiple people. You can have a single person like this. This is just me talking about the video that I'm making or releasing tonight. You can have multiple people in. It's not going to show you because there's only one person in here. But essentially, what my plan is to basically do live streams, hopefully once a week, and try to do it with other creators. So invite other people on. We can talk about stuff. Do a post on Instagram, kind of the week before or a few days before, being here's the topic, ask your questions, and then we can get questions ready. We can answer them during the live stream. So that's kind of what I'm hoping is going to happen with this whole thing. The thing I hate, is that I'm looking at the screen here to see what you guys are saying and what's going on and making sure it's all good, but I have to look at the camera. So I'm thinking maybe what I have done before in the past is I have set up a teleprompter. So I could put a teleprompter on the camera. I won't be able to go wide because you will see the edges. But I've set up a teleprompter, and then essentially I've taken a little monitor, and I plugged this into my computer, and I've put this whole live stream setup thing on the monitor, which then reflects into the teleprompter, and then I can see what you guys are typing and stuff, and see what's happening, and I'm still looking at the camera sort of thing. So I'll probably end up setting that up again, just because that is a much better way than me looking down all the time. I don't know what other streamers do. Like, how do people do this? Interesting. Anyway, guys, if you do have any questions, you can ask me anything. Tonight is just let's just do whatever. Let's see what happens. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. We can start going through stuff. I'm just here to test and hang out, really. So there's no structure tonight. It's just get a feel for doing live streams, answering questions if there are any, get a feel for the software, get into a routine of doing live streams, and yeah, that's just what the plan is. The current setup is, this is actually the new kind of like YouTube setup, so that's kind of like the framing. It is a little bit dark because like this light's usually up a bit higher, but I wanted it to be a little bit better. I better crank that down a bit and get the. Let me crank this down a little bit. Less light from this bad boy. Let's turn that down a bit, and then I can crank this up. Man, that should look way better. Maybe let's do one more. My current setup as well is it's my standard YouTube setup that I use to record my videos. So, Harry, thank you for the question. I'll answer in a sec. I don't want to get sidetracked. So it's the current setup that I use to actually film my YouTube videos. So it is the Canon R6. I'm now shooting on the Canon 16 to 35mm f2.8. I typically use the DesView T2, I think this is, teleprompter, to have my notes and stuff as I'm going through my videos. Main key light is Forza 60 with a lantern. Super duper small, super compact. I just love it. Mic is Synco D1, I think, and that's plugged directly into the camera. That has a battery in it, so I can actually take the XLR and convert it to a 3.5mm, plug it straight into the camera, and that can feed into what is going on here. And then background lights are two Pabba tubes, so red and blue. Last year, I swapped it around. Last year, this was red. This was blue. So I thought I'd do the opposite to change it up so you can see what content was 2021 and what content was 2022. I'm sure people would have figured it out eventually because I've only released one video this year. But yeah, there's a little Easter egg for you. Harry, thoughts on social media? It's a very broad question. Any platforms in particular, or just general thoughts on social media as a whole? Are we talking about like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook? Are we talking about the metaverse? What are we talking about? Let's get deep. Let's figure out what's going on here. I'll quickly give, while you're typing that, I'll quickly give my kind of like general spiel. I love YouTube as a social media platform. I also love Instagram. I understand that TikTok is a huge opportunity, and I'm starting to figure out kind of like the content that I want to put on there. But it's still, I don't know, it's one of those platforms that, because I don't understand it enough, I haven't gone too hardcore in. And like YouTube and Instagram are my pillar platforms. So YouTube is number one, Instagram is number two, and then everything else kind of like trickles behind there. Definitely this year I want to spend more time on TikTok and actually making content for that, and actually like trying to build an audience over there, because I know that if I build an audience there, it can funnel through to YouTube, etc., and it works. But yeah, for marketing, thoughts on social media for marketing. I can't combine the two together. What does this do? Hide, favorite. For marketing, yes, I think it is an amazing tool. Remember as well that obviously typical marketing strategies cost money, whereas social media doesn't. So I guess if you're making content for all these social media platforms, Harry, you're a perfect example. You are making content for YouTube and Instagram, and I'm assuming Facebook. I don't really go on Facebook anymore. I think you're on TikTok as well. I'm not on TikTok that much anymore as well. But essentially think about it like, if a business is looking for someone to hire for a service or to buy a product or whatever, every single time you make a piece of content and put it out there, you have the opportunity to get in front of a new target audience, get in front of someone that could potentially be a customer for your business. So if you're, and this is why consistency as well is like the number one thing with anything you do, really. Even not so much like social media, just everything in life. Like consistency is number one, because if you think about it, like if you're posting once every, say, 3 months or something, you're assuming that your target audience is getting on the exact time every 3 months that you are posting that content. Or potentially, like, there's a trickle-on effect, obviously, but obviously when you first post it, it's going to be to get the most engagement and get the most views and whatnot. So the more consistently you post and the more frequent you post, the more opportunity you have to get in front of the right people, right? So now this is where, like, obviously, I don't know where I'm going with this, but essentially, like, you're doing good, Harry. Like, you are consistently posting stuff. You've found a niche that you enjoy doing, which means that the content that you make shouldn't be should be quite effortless. Obviously, making content is never effortless, and it's always a bit of a challenge. But if you find something that you're really good at and you're really passionate about, even when it takes time and effort and you're feeling shit and you don't really want to be doing stuff, you still realize that you can, like, push forward and keep doing it because the end result is something that you really enjoy doing. So that kind of makes sense. Nice visuals and sounds on the stream. Thanks, James. This is my current YouTube recording setup, so it should be basically the same as all my YouTube videos, all my talking head things in the studio. The mic is a little bit far away. I could probably bring that a little bit closer. I can't at the moment because it's hitting on something. What is it hitting on? Here we go. Oh, that's a bit too close. No, get out of the frame. What are you doing? But yeah, I could potentially bring this a little bit closer. Now it's in the bloody live stream. We'll figure that out later. I'll get it right here next time and it will sound bloody mint. But yeah, Harry, I hope that kind of answered the question. The number one thing is always consistency. So the more you post, the more frequently you post over a longer period of time, the more chance you have of getting in front of the right people or getting in front of the people that you want to get in front of and start working with them or taking them on as clients or just getting in front of the right people. Like, obviously, my whole thing, Nanlite is obviously a big brand that I work with. I only started chatting to them January last year. So before then, I hadn't actually ever heard of the brand, but one of my mates hit me up and he was like, hey dude, there's this new lighting brand. I want to send you one of their products so I can kind of like, which is this, the very first Nanlite product that I got, the PavoTube 6C Mark II. So he sent me this and he was like, hey, can you, like, do you want to check this out? Do you want to do some content on it? Got it, loved it, and then kind of like after then, there was a massive gap between like working with Nanlite and making a review of this. So I obviously saw this and was like, hey, this is cool. I really enjoy, let me take this down. I really enjoy making these kind of like, I really enjoyed the lighting side of things. And this is also at the same time where I was wanting to understand more about lighting because I wanted to make more short films. And I wanted to step up my content game to be more professional, higher end, more cinematic, for lack of a better word. But essentially, it all kind of like worked at the same time. And then I decided to make more lighting content and figuring out, essentially like learning more about lighting. And then obviously lighting brands would then come to me and be like, hey, we like what you're doing. Do you want to, work with us and promote our products and all that kind of stuff? So yeah, that's kind of where it came from. But yes, I've kind of lost my train of thought there, but yes. If you could earn the same amount from client work or making YouTube videos, which job would you pick? YouTube any day of the week. Client work is stressful. Why would you want to choose client work over YouTube? YouTube, you get to do your own stuff. I realize as well I've been swearing a lot on this, so hopefully we don't get demonetized or flagged or whatever. See what happens. But yeah, 100% YouTube. What about you, Harry? If you could do client work or YouTube videos, which one would you do? Like, currently, my time is split. My time is split, it's probably like 75% client work, 50, good math, 75% YouTube, oh my goodness.
Too much going on. 75% client work, 25% YouTube at the moment. Last year it was basically 100% YouTube because COVID, and I decided to take a year off client work. But client work, the content itself isn't stressful. But sometimes it is, okay? When things go wrong, commercial stuff can be stressful. But the stressful thing about doing client work is the clients. Like, they have an idea of what the work is that you want to do, and sometimes you can't, I guess, meet their expectations, or you don't see eye to eye, and you make something that isn't quite what they want. And then obviously there's like back and forth, and you're trying to fix stuff and whatnot. But yeah, as soon as there's like someone else involved and they have their own opinions and expectations and all that stuff, it starts to get a little bit difficult. So unless you have amazing clients, which unfortunately I don't. But yeah. Oh, sorry, that's actually a bad thing. I have some amazing clients, but some not so good clients as well. The ones that are good, no, because I praise them all the time. But yeah, some of my international clients are a pain in the butt, and it is what it is. YouTube, 100%. It's fun, man. It's way funner. Who made you choose StreamYard over other streaming utilities? So the streaming, what do you call it? The streaming, no, what do you call it? The live streams that I've been on with other people, they've all used StreamYard. So I just obviously decided to use StreamYard because I've heard about it. I actually don't know what other streaming platforms there are. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I haven't paid for anything yet. I'm just testing out a whole bunch of different ones. Audio cuts out for like a second sometimes. Interesting. I wonder if that... mute mic. Let me try this. Audio, it's on. So, is this better? Is this quiet or is this too loud? It might be because it's on auto, and I also have the fan on right now. So it might be kind of like hitting the mic and cutting out and not being so great. It's just done it twice. Okay. Is it better now, Bart, or worse? OBS is what I use. It's a free, simple utility. I used to use OBS when I was doing live streams for the Drift Club that I was part of. Yeah, free, very... Well, it's not... I wouldn't say it's easy to use. A lot of setup and stuff. Whereas I guess like StreamYard... The thing I like about StreamYard is that you can go to multiple different platforms and you just like set them up and have a click of a button and it's super easy. That's what I like. Because obviously eventually when I get other people on, I like this better. In terms of like, you like StreamYard better or the audio change that I just did. Because essentially the idea is like, say, I'll go, Harry, let's do a live stream. And we can set this up and we can live stream to his YouTube channel and my YouTube channel and my Facebook and his Facebook and all that kind of stuff as well. So, and it's very easy, simple to set up. So that's kind of like where I'm hoping to get to. Each week, either bring a guest on. I probably won't bring a guest on every week. I'll probably do some ones like by myself and just answer questions and like set up a few different cool things and stuff. But yeah, audio change sounds a bit better. Yep. Is it quieter or is it okay? Because it's in here. I've maxed it out, but it still doesn't. It still looks like it's pretty low. But yeah, again, this is just trial and error. That's what tonight's about. Figure out what works, what doesn't, and try to get it good. So then when I start doing proper live streams and more people start joining on, it's actually good. It's not just like trash. So yeah, that's what the plan is. A bit louder and cleaner. Sweet. It probably might be because the fan is on, so it's going to get like a bit of, I guess, air hitting it. There is a fluffy on there, but see. But that sounds simple to collaborate on a stream. Yeah. So it's just like, I just want to make it super simple, which is kind of like this setup here. This is kind of probably where I'm going to do most of my YouTube videos this year, just because it's super easy setup. I don't have to move anything. I don't have to set anything up. If you saw the ground right now, do you want to see it? You'll be mortified.
Okay, I definitely need to... Alright, we're back. Okay, I need to get a new HDMI cable. I don't want to move this again, just in case it stuffs it up. Live streaming on YouTube is also great for engagement as it pumps up the channel's watch hours. 100%. Plus, there's like, what are the donate things? Let's get those donate things going on. What is it, like super thanks or super question or something like that? Let me see. I can probably see, is it? I had some dude send me like a where is it? This one. Super chat, super sticker. Yeah. Sick. But yeah, some dude sent me like he was like, thanks for, yeah, super chat. He was like, thanks for this video, and sent me like like what was like a $5 thing. There was super thanks though. I was like, what the hell? Like, it was just on a normal video as well. I didn't understand how you can do that. I didn't know you could do that. Maybe, yeah, I didn't even understand how you can do that. But I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. So yeah, but essentially the idea is that obviously when you are live streaming, hopefully people that are on the platform potentially can see it, and then you can get in front of more people. So again, like we were talking about before with Harry, consistency, being in front of the right people, being on at the right time, and then also as well, in 9 minutes, my new YouTube video will go live. It is this one. I will mute it. I'll put it out in the background. What do I do? This is my new YouTube video. Oh, actually, how do I loop this? I know you can loop it somehow. Maybe you can't. Maybe it's in the full version. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so in 8 minutes, this video will go live. Hopefully, the idea is that people join the stream. Ask questions, look at the channel, and then I can go, hey guys, about to jump off, video's going live, go check it out. Or I can jump on the premiere, and then we can all hang out again for another 9 minutes, or however long it goes for. So that's kind of like the plan of how it's going to work as well. But yeah, just being able to hang out with you guys, ask questions. I get a ton of questions like every day on Instagram, so it's much easier as well when it's just like a live stream format like this. And obviously, if you think of a question or if you have a question, then you can just go, hey, what's your favorite light, or what's your favorite camera, or why do you use a lantern instead of a softbox, anything like that, and then I can answer it live, and it's much easier. So yeah, that's kind of like the plan. I need to figure out how to loop these videos, but because that's kind of annoying. Slides, new. Interesting. What is that? You have no slides. Oh, I'm guessing that is pictures. Video and animation are currently not supported. Very cool. Let's go. Is your end goal to earn money on YouTube by reviewing products like MKBHD? No. I mean, obviously I want to make money on YouTube, but it's like at the moment it's not profitable. Potentially it could be profitable one day, but I'm probably not going to rely on that as like a main source of income for the foreseeable future. Obviously, I'll keep reviewing products. I'll keep doing what I'm doing because I enjoy doing it. Like you, Harry, I found a good niche. I found a niche that I enjoy doing. I really like all the lighting stuff, so I'll keep doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just, it is what it is. I'm wanting to change up a few things this year with my content. I'm obviously making, well, I guess for this channel, I'm releasing it for 52 videos, one every Wednesday, plus 12 short films, so one a month. And then obviously I want to do live streams, hopefully once a week. So kind of like, I guess 2 videos a week, plus a short film every 4 weeks. Plus then if I think of any other cool content that I want to release, or if like specific products are coming out, I can potentially add that onto my workload. But I've actually made a spreadsheet, which I probably shouldn't show you because there is stuff on there that I'm not allowed to show. But I've made a spreadsheet and I've blocked out every week of the year with the date and basically gone through and gone, this is the content that I want to release. I know that obviously, like, say a company hits me up and they're like, we're going to release a product in March. If they don't have the date, then I can at least block out a time in March. So at least I know kind of like what I'm working towards. And then also as well, I can work backwards. So if I know that a video is coming up, so I know that I'm releasing my short film on the 25th of January, and I'm actually going to be in Melbourne at that time as well. I'm flying to Melbourne on the 23rd or 22nd or something. So I know that I need to have it all finished and done by that weekend before, or potentially like the Friday before, which is next Friday. So we're shooting it this Sunday. So I've kind of worked my way backwards to make sure the content I'm making is actually on track to be released when it's supposed to be released. Same with YouTube videos. I know that they're being released on Wednesdays. So the next one, or the one for next week, I actually shot today. I just had to edit it up now, and I'm trying to like work ahead. So I'm trying to at least have one, maybe 2 videos ahead. So then, like, obviously, when I do have time off or I go over places, I can actually take time off, and I have to make sure that I'm like working crazy hours when I'm like still trying to be on holidays or trying to do stuff. So yeah, and the start of this year is hectic. Like flying to WA potentially a couple of times, getting married in May, releasing a ton of content, got a ton of client work coming up. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening, so it's gonna be fun. What are your favorite YouTube videos to make? Definitely, I think the lighting breakdowns, just because it's like I get a real kick out of designing like cool lighting setups, and obviously helping people go through that is a really interesting thing. They don't do as well, but I've noticed. But again, I'm just going to keep making them because that's the kind of content that I like to see. And I want to be known for making or helping people with lighting, because honestly, since learning how to light, I think it is the #1 skill that all filmmakers should have. Or it's the #1 skill that levels you up to like that professional higher end level. Because again, it doesn't really matter what camera you have. If you have really good lighting, what is that? If you have really good lighting, then anything kind of looks good to a point, sort of thing. But yeah. Marcus, lighting is a good niche. It's not as crowded as camera lens reviews. 100%. And a lot of people don't. I noticed that a lot of people don't understand lighting as well. And like that was me as well. I really didn't understand lighting. Literally, it's only been 12 months of me really, maybe 18 months. No. Oh, it's been 2 years. Sorry, it's been 2 years since I did the review on the PowerTube. Crazy. So like 18 months-ish that I've been going hardcore into learning lighting. Because again, when I moved over to the Gold Coast, start of 2020, we're in 2022 now, start of 2020, the reason that I dropped all my client work is because I wasn't enjoying doing it anymore, because I made this like cookie cutter process, and I just would like churn and burn. So it'd be like, new video, here's the process, get it done, pump it out, go, next. And I wasn't being super creative, and that is the reason why I got back into YouTube as well and started making videos, because I needed a creative outlet, because I just wasn't really enjoying the client work that I was doing, because again, it was just the same stuff. I wasn't super creative, and I wasn't really pushing myself or learning new skills or anything. So that's kind of where it ended up coming from. Is the PowerTube RGB? Yes, all the Nanlite PowerTubes are RGB. So this is just a small version of what's in this corner, this one, and one behind me. But this is a Series 2. They are the Series 1. I have the Series 2 of these ones, the big ones, in the storage cabinet behind me, the mirror that a lot of people freaked out about, and they were like, "Oh, I thought that was just like a super long shelf." Pretty dang cool. But yeah, so that's actually another thing I'm trying to focus on this year, is understanding, really focusing on the content that I'm making for clients as well, because I don't want to get stagnant and I don't want to keep doing the same thing and ended up not liking it like I did in Perth. So I'm noticing now that I'm kind of starting to not stretch myself, like stretch my skills or learn new stuff. So I have to make sure that each commercial that I make, I just do something a little bit different, or try to push myself a little bit more to make sure I'm, oh my goodness, always learning and always kind of like pushing myself and growing as a filmmaker and as a person, all that kind of stuff. Can we have a demo of the mini PowerTube? Also, how much are they? Here you go.
Mini. Also, oh no, my premiere of my video is going live. Here, RGB. I'll cycle through this. You're not going to be able to see it because it's... Do I put it on 1%? It's still too bright. We got perps. I'll put it on my face so you can see the RGB-ness. Videos. My goodness, what's all going on? Yeah, I think these are... Let me have a look. Protog. PavoTube 6C. They are twin tube $139 from Protog. We got a minute 23 for my live stream. They're $129 from Protog, but if you use the code AMF5, you get 5% off, and I get a 5% kickback. So that'll bring it down to $125. Something. I don't know. It would knock off like $6. So pretty cool. These ones are really cool. I do like the big ones better because obviously you can use them as like key lights and field lights and hair lights and all that kind of stuff. These ones are cool, but they're quite limited with what you can use them for because obviously they are quite small. And the output isn't a lot either. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that is an hour and a half. No, not an hour and a half. That is half an hour. We've got a minute till the video goes live. If you want to go watch the premiere, which I'm going to be on, I'm going to be over here. Do you think they are better than the Aperture MC? Yes, because they're a bigger source, they're longer, and they're a bit more powerful as well. So, yes, that is my quick thoughts on it. 35 seconds. Come hit the link down here because that's where I'm going to be watching my video doing the premiere. Thank you for joining in. Really appreciate you guys. This is going to be a recurring thing, so get keen. Hopefully we'll get some guests on and answer some cool questions. And just some cool stuff as well. Maybe we can do like a live stream on a commercial something. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. I'll see you on the premiere, and I'll see you next week. And yeah, that's it. Alright, bye!